Can we revisit the Amy Schumer incident?
Yeah.
We got some shit for this.
I got some. So I got some.
Let me start by this.
I just got some new information.
Let me defend both. So all we see is Amy Schumer interrupts comic set, which is normal, which is typical, and then then from there, then we kind of defended Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
Fill us in, Chin.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's more details saying that she really did. So it was a headlining event for that kid or that guy, Brendan.
His name's Brendan. And so at Caroline's, it was his first headlining event. His family and friends, this place is packed, to see him do his first hour ever as a headlining event. 2 other comics go on. This, from my understanding, this is from Legion of Skanks. Shout out to Legion of Skanks. And
Big J
our
Okerson.
boy Big J. Love
Gotta
that
get him
guy.
on the podcast.
Big J and Ari are on there.
Yeah.
And when I listen to Big J and Ari tell the situation, I go, holy fuck, me and Bryan were off.
Yeah.
Because they're saying how big of a deal it was for their partner Brendan to go on there and headline his first time and do his first hour. From my understanding, he's 5 minutes into doing his first hour at Caroline's for his family and friends. Amy Schumer walks in, goes to the manager, goes, hey, I need to do my monologue. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jen. Goes, I need to do my monologue for Saturday Night Live. I'm going to go up there. And the manager goes, he's doing an hour. Wait till he's done. He can go up. She turns around and looks at him. This is from the manager. And she goes, I'm fucking Amy Schumer. I'm going up, which to me is a huge red flag. You're not living reality. And her movie bombed. So then she walks, goes to the stage and goes, hey, to the side. Hey, I need to go up. Brendan, being younger, not dealing with it, goes, panics, goes, okay.
I would probably do that.
And then she does her thing.
What? Okay.
Big J had a great point. He goes, you know how big of a rock star you'd be if you went, fuck you. You can go after me once I finish. That was the rock star move.
Yeah.
To be like, no, hold up. Let me finish. You can go after. That's the rock star move.
Yeah.
So that's where she fucked up a little. And then sends him text after, goes, hey, don't make this a big deal. This can make me look like an asshole. Like, be cool, man, all this stuff. Which, of course, Ari and Big J get on their podcast and read the text thread.
Oh, boy.
The Brendan guy's just aggressive passive, like he didn't know what to do. Which you can't fault him for that. Who
that was.
Am I right on this, Chin, or am I off on some of this?
I mean, the exact quotes are not like
no, not the exact.
All
quotes.
I know is I would never
down.
ever do that to somebody, and I never have, and I don't think Rogan would never do that. I don't know anybody who's established or has been doing stand up a long time that would ever do that. Bill Burr would never do that. Nobody would ever do that. I don't know anybody who would.
But this guy's like
so that's weird.
He's like a beginning sort of comic, right? First headlining thing. So that's how anyone, I think, in his position. And if
you
it was
know
you guys, you guys have been there, done that for a while.
No, Bryan has. I have. If
I can imagine you doing something like cutting her off.
Fuck up?
Yeah, I can imagine you doing that.
What do you mean? No, Brendan would get off probably because you don't know. You'd be like
at the Comedy Store. I would assume that the Comedy Store wants me off, and I'd be like, now, oh shit, all right. And then after, I'd be upset if they came up to me like, dude, Amy Schumer just came on, fucking barged way up there. We told her not to go. I'd be like, what the fuck? And then I'd go ham on this podcast and come after. I wouldn't be. Brendan's problem is that he's taking kind of this bitch route where he's like, it's all good. Like
I see it more as like, just he's a nice guy and he was overwhelmed. Like at that moment, what do you do?
Yeah,
what do you do?
I'm not saying that too. I agree with them there. I agree how he was caught off guard. Like, oh shit, Amy Schumer, she's a big deal, and backed out.
And he's also looking
after the fact. After now you learn what has happened. I'm like, come on, that's fucked. Because the thing is, she started off as a young comic.
Yeah,
the grind.
And by the way, can I just say something about Amy Schumer's stand-up comedy? All due respect, she's not great. I have many friends who are funnier at stand-up than Amy. Amy's good, and Amy has earned her place, and her movie Trainwreck, she's doing great. But it's not like Amy Schumer is a great comic genius. I get a kick out of this as a comic who's been doing this so long. I just get a kick out of popularity. Doesn't mean that you're really funny. I know a lot of women that I'll put up against Amy Schumer. I'll put their hour up against Amy Schumer in a heartbeat. I can give you a number of them. So it's not like
just off the top. Eliza
it's not like
Schlesinger, Whitney Cummings.
There are a lot of women that'll hold their own and way better. So, which I don't like to get into this comparison stuff. But
no, because it's everyone's flavor.
Everybody's different. But let's not also get it twisted. Ain't nobody that I know, none of your dear friends are hearing a fucking peep out of Amy Schumer. We're not. It's not like, oh, Amy's getting up. I'm not watching her when she gets on stage. You understand? Maybe because I'm just older. I've been around a lot longer than she has. And I think Amy knows that. I think Amy's also probably.
I don't think she would do that.
She should be a little aware of her place as a comic, as a stand-up comic.
This is the problem, B, don't you think? Is she's in this bubble where it's not real.
That's right.
It's not real when you're hanging out with the girl from what's the movie? The fucking
Jennifer Lawrence?
It's not real when your neighbor's Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Rock is fucking holding your titty every move you make and you have all this direction.
Yeah.
That's not the real world. The Caroline, that's the real world. That kid's trying to fucking get tickets, make a living being comic.
Yeah. But I will say this too, just to defend Amy, because I've known her a little bit, but I also know people that know her a long time. For the most part, Amy Schumer's a good gal. For the most part, Amy Schumer is somebody that people say good things about. She's never been an asshole. She's never been. So there's a lot of stuff right now, but this is not a good look. And this was a mistake.
I don't think this defines her. I don't think any less
right,
of her.
That's a better way to say it.
I'll say this.
Her.
This was a bitch ass move, but I don't
and she
hate
deserves
her.
some criticism for it.
For sure.
If you're
going to act like that,
it was selfish.
Then you should, you know what you're signing up for.
Pay the price.
But it shouldn't ruin her career. I don't think everyone shouldn't work with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think comics should shun her when she walks into the.
It was a selfish move. It was a selfish, thoughtless move. And when you do that, you should pay a price for it. You should be called.
Especially in the comic world, right? When you big time people.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was going to say about comedy is like one of the cool things about comedy is that it's not like it's kind of an unspoken rule that when you're all in the green room and you got Bill Burr and you got Chris Rock or you got Joe Rogan or you got all these people and we're all sitting around. Nobody is like, when I'm talking to Sebastian, I'm not talking to the guy who sells out the Beacon 10 times in a row. I'm talking to Sebastian, who I've known for a long time, and we're both doing stand-up. And it's a great time. And all of us, and when you're there with everybody, even though you haven't been doing it that long, nobody's going, I'm better than you, dude. Stand down. It's a very democratic place.
Yeah.
It's a great room and it's a democratic place, and that's the place where you come and you don't bump people when you're on a show together. You're supportive, I guess.
I don't think any less of her, but just don't do that.
Yeah.
And he's like I guess not young, but up and coming. So it's like an easy target. That's what makes it look really bad. Me looking on the outside.
I don't think she could do that against any established comic.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if she did that to like a guy like Bryan or like I don't like a Burr or Rogan. Oh God, imagine if she tried
a very bad
Rogan.
situation. But she would never.
I'd pay money to see that.
She would never do that to.
That's the whole point, though, right? She wouldn't do that to them, but she would do it to some guy that's not that known. So it's kind of messed up. It's like
Jerry Seinfeld came up to me. I was doing New York, and he goes, "Is this your thing?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Would you mind if I got up? Can I just do maybe like 10 minutes? I got to do Leno tomorrow." And I was like, yes, you can, Mr. Seinfeld. And then he hung around and watched some of my set and told somebody to tell me that I was something.
That's how it should go.
Yeah, that's Jerry Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. All right. So if Jerry Seinfeld behaves that graciously and is that selfless, then you know.
And people say Jay Seinfeld, and he'll even admit, is a bit of an asshole, right? Remember when someone came up to hug him? He goes, "What are you doing? Don't hug me. Get the fuck. I don't know you, right?"
Yeah.
So that's But there's it's like baseball. There's ways to.
But he's also to comics. Everybody loves Jerry. Like Jerry to young comics, he's awesome, and people have nothing but good things to say about him. So yeah, so you know how to behave. Amy knows better, right? She knows better. She just got a little. She's living in a bubble. A little too famous.
She's living in a bubble.
That's what they were saying on that show too. They're like,
that's what Big J said.
He big time.
He was like, she's a movie star.
She doesn't even think that she's doing anything wrong. She's just there.
That's a problem. That's a fucking problem.
No kidding.
That's right.
That's a really big problem.
I've seen it. I've seen people get bit in the ass for it. You and I know pretty famous fucking people who are in the top of the heap. And it's.
And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. If she'll do that to a comic who's in her comedy family, which she is, there's an ecosystem. I'd be willing to bet the way she treats waiters and servants and Uber drivers probably ain't good either. Hate to tell you.
Yeah.
There's a huge tall tale.
Who's that woman who wrote that book? She goes, if you want to know how your man's going to treat you when you're dating him, take a look at how he treats the waiter, because he'll be treating you exactly the same way later on. So look at how your man talks to the waitress or waiter. Look at how your man or woman treats people that are waiting on them, a flight attendant, whatever, and that's exactly how they're going to treat you for down the line. That's really good advice.